Hello there, Aries. Welcome to tarot reading. So I feel like there are going to be many pleasant surprises that are going to be in store for you for the month of August. While I was shuffling the cards for you, I got a series of really strong and very clear and also really good messages that are coming through. So I hope the reading, this month resonates with you guys, and I hope that you have a very enjoyable month. The first message that they mention here, night coming into day. And usually when I hear that message, it oftentimes it means that clarity is being restored or being brought into a very tenuous, confusing, conflictual situation. So whatever has been unclear, left very muddled, left unfulfilling, or just, without closure, I feel like you are going to have a lot of clarity that is coming through. Things turning around in very unexpected ways is also indicative of this message, night turning into day. Whereas if you have been, expecting one outcome, I feel like you're being thrown, something is coming in to like throw a curveball your way, and things unexpectedly going exactly the way that you wouldn't anticipate, but I feel like it is all for the better. It is for you thought it's going to go one way, it's going to veer to a different direction altogether, but I feel it's still going to be very good for you. Okay. The second message that I heard was they mention things being restored to their rightful place, and I see this crown, and I feel like it's being put upon or cast upon someone's head. So it's almost like being given your rightful place, being given your role, being given something that rightfully belongs to you. And I feel the message extends in a way where it talks about things being returned to their rightful owner. Whatever belongs to you, you thought you might have lost, it's being revisited, it's being returned back to you. And I also feel like whatever was yours that left the picture sometime for this month, it's going to come back in, it's going to find its way back. Okay. And I also feel people that you felt like you might have walked away from relationship partner where you feel like, okay, this is not the right person for me. And if they're meant for you, they're coming back into the picture for the month of for the month of August. So if this is something that you've been grappling with, I do feel that, things are given, you're being given a second chance. Things are turning around for the better, and you're being revisited by something or someone from the past. Okay. And I feel like it's going to be kind of like that do-over, getting an opportunity, which, many of us don't very much often get in life, to press that reset button, to get a do-over, to get a retry, a revisit at a situation. The second message here that I feel coming through is they're saying a knight in shining armor. And it's really strange because I feel like sometime for this month, there is going to be some type of a negotiation. And I feel it might be, first of all, it might be financial in nature. And I feel like you think that, okay, the negotiation is going to come out this way, I'm going to be at a loss, and then somebody comes in to give you like some insight, some detail, some snippet of information that you can use to turn the situation completely around to your favor. And then the knight in shining armor also basically points to an idea where if you feel like somebody has been, kind of like making snide, offhanded, inappropriate remarks about you, somebody is coming into the picture to defend your honor. And you're not a sign that is, conflict avoidant. But I feel like, so it's not like you need somebody to come in and, fight your battles for you. But I feel like this person is going to do it of his or her own volition because they are a champion of justice and they believe in doing the right thing. So I feel that you're going to be protected, okay? You're going to be in the right place at the right time. You're going to be protected by the people that care about you. And especially, you're going to triumph over your opponents. And I do feel that opponents are being set in their rightful place. Third message that I have here is they mention a lot of beauty and success. And it's strange because we don't really think about beauty and success as something that is elevating a relationship, but they mention beauty and success coming back into a relationship. There was this one time, and I don't remember what month, it might have been in 2016, so a long time ago, where the energy feels very familiar because I feel like it's a very, very similar energy stream. I mentioned for Aries, I was like, you were dating somebody who was incredibly, incredibly attractive. And, not that looks are everything, but it just came through so succinctly in the reading. And the message that I'm getting today reminds me of that because they're mentioning beauty and success returning into a relationship. So I don't know if that really handsome or beautiful or really stunning person that you were dealing with last year is making a comeback, or if there is, like some type of reunion or some type of reconnection or recommunication happening with them. But I feel like that energy just reminded me of that time last year when I did the reading for you, and I said, Aries, you have some really attractive exes. So that's just something coming through, and I thought it was I thought it was interesting. So that's the third message I have for you, I guess. So the fourth message that I have here is I feel like there's something strange about your financial situation. So you thought you were going to be at a loss, right? Like you thought something happened, and you're just like, oh no, I need to, dish out this much money to get this taken care of, to get this repair, or to get this situation, to make this situation go away. And then something comes in at the last minute where you change direction, and then you have like a financial windfall coming in for you. So I feel for some of you, it could be a court case, like some legal issue that is completely just, out of the left field. It turns around for the better, or it changes for the better. And then for others, I feel like financial windfall coming through. Okay, so if you need assistance in any way, I feel like money coming through from financial institution. I feel a lot of monetary assistance coming through from other people. And I also feel this is the month where, honestly, you will know who cares about you. This is the month that reveals things, okay? In a place where you felt like, oh, I'm really very alone in this situation. I have to handle it or deal with it on my own. But I feel like the flip side, when night turns or day turns in, night turns into day, is when all of these people, helpers coming out of the woodwork to really offer you really good insights to make your money grow for you and to make your money work for you. They're giving you monetary assistance, they're giving you advice, they're giving you a helping hand to ease and, just lighten the load that you've been contending with. So I definitely feel there is, one thing you think is going to go one way, and then it takes like a 180 turn. And I feel like all of these surprises will be coming through for this month, and this month is going to be quite memorable, and I feel that it's going to be very special for many of you. So I have the cards laid out here. Let me go into the reading for you. So first of all, let me just talk about this energy because it came out initially in those 4 messages that I mentioned. First of all, we have a situation here. This is the Fool in the reverse position. With this card, it's generally a very good card, okay? When it's in the reverse position, it's sort of like getting into a situation that might not be good for us, or not being cautious and methodical about the planning stages, not having a blueprint, getting into a situation that could be construed as, being a little bit like in over your head, biting off more than you can chew, feeling very frustrated that you have to deal with a very detailed, tedious work process, or even like a very tedious circumstance, and you're just like frustrated and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, so I'm just gonna wing it. And I mentioned earlier, I feel somebody is coming into the picture and they're kind of like looking out for you, and they're telling you, I don't think this is a smart way to do this. There is a smarter way. Here's what you can do. So I feel like you have somebody like this who is giving you messages, who's giving you these warnings, and who's giving you some wisdom and some insights as to what not to do so that you don't end up in a predicament that you're not ready for. So I feel the energy of somebody telling you, just push a little bit harder, just persevere a little bit more. You're almost at the end. I feel like you're getting your own cheerleader. Not only are they acting or behaving as your emotional support and your cheerleader, but I feel like they have already been there and done that. And they're telling you, based on my own experience, here's what you should not do, or here's what you should do. And I feel that you need to really, really take their advice, okay? Some of you might be dealing here with an air sign. So this is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. This is somebody that I feel you've had a tumultuous relationship with, okay? So some of you, this can be a family member, and others, this can be a friend. And I feel that you need to take what they say to heart, mainly because they know you're really independent. And Aries, you are one of the most independent signs of the zodiac, you and Aquarius, but you are classically, you're going to do what you're going to do. And it sometimes you're going to repeat the same mistakes because, when your heart and mind is set, you're ready to go, and you don't really think long term about repercussions down the line. There are a lot of things and pitfalls that you don't really anticipate. So this is a person that has the wisdom and the hindsight, and they're going to tell you, I've already done what you are about to do, and I'm telling you it's not going to be, a pretty outcome. And I feel like they have been very, very hesitant in the past about telling you what to do or what not to do because, they don't want to infringe upon your individuality. And they also feel like, I don't know if the Aries person is going to listen to me. So I feel like they've been kind of on the fence, like, should I tell them? Should I not tell them? And I feel like you have some type of an intuitive psychic connection with them where they know what's going on with you. Like, if you're happy, they feel it. If something is wrong, you automatically get a phone call from them, or an email from them, a text message from them. So I feel like you both are very psychically connected, and they're going to be figuring heavily in the picture for this month to steer you away from some potential pitfalls and to give you some very solid practical advice as to what you need to do. What I'm also feeling as well with this person, for some of you, this might be a romantic partner. And I'm feeling, so we have here Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is a relationship that you have worked really, really tirelessly at. And this person is kind of lacking in a sense of direction. They're not really sure. They feel a little bit stuck to me. They're not really sure where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to be doing, and what their purpose is. So I feel like they were stuck in a little bit of a rut, and you were on your way out of this situation, and there is a chance here, an opportunity here for a major do-over that I feel would be really good for you, where you're not the only one working hard at the relationship. The other person is going to be on board and is going to I want to say, like, do their fair share, commit, and give you a lot more clarity and certainty as to where you stand with them and what they intend to do for the two of you as a unit, okay? So we have some good things here. We have some major reassessment and revisit when it pertains to a person or a person giving you, very solid, clear advice. The other element that jumped out at me here based on this spread is we have the Two of Wands, and we also have here the Hermit. So I have a massive dose of spiritual energy that is coming in for you, and I want you to be very careful for this month. First of all, this is you kind of like looking out into the world. This is what I usually call somebody who's not, who has itchy feet. They feel the need to constantly be on the go. They feel like they feel claustrophobic inside the house, and they have to do something. They have to travel. They have to, they might have difficulties being alone. Okay, so I'm sensing for some of you, you're contending with this, and you feel like you have to stay active. You feel like you feel like you deserve more, or you feel like the grass is greener elsewhere. So it's kind of like feeling a little bit like getting like the short end of the stick, where you're just like, why is everything happening for other people? But why aren't they coming in for me? You, for example, if you're a female watching this, there's a tendency here to compare our lives with other people and not being so grateful or not being thankful for what we're given. I'm seeing for females, for example, you might be comparing, your friends, and everybody's getting married, having children, settling down, and you're just like, oh no, my biological clock is ticking. When is that going to happen for me? And then I also feel like for males and females, career-wise, everybody is, advancing professionally, and everybody is very, very financially savvy and very financially well off. And professionally, they're where they need to be. They're able to travel. They're able to explore new territory. They're able to, be very mobile. And I'm stuck here. So I feel like for many of you, this is a month in which you are gently, while you're distracted with, what could have been and comparing your lives with other people, you are getting this spiritual nudge here to tell you to be very, very thankful for everything that is coming your way. And especially, to anticipate that things are going to get better, things are going to look up, and to be very, very grounded and humble and appreciative of everything that's coming into the picture. They're going to come in surely, but slowly, okay? Slowly, but surely. And they're going to meet your expectations. It's just there's a time and a place for everything. And once you're in a situation where you are thankful and grounded and, just able to live in the moment, that's when the universe will start to reward you with the things that you really, really need rather than the things that you want, okay? So these desires of ours, they might just be temporary. They might just be desires that are coming in because we tend to compare our lives with other people. I'm sensing as well, for many of you, there is this major, major push here for you to expand outwards a little bit. So we have here opportunities for travel, opportunities for dealing with people from a different walk of life, opportunities for you to grab new endeavors, new income generating projects, to travel, to mingle with people that you normally wouldn't have, and especially to just, bust out of your geographical location a bit, just to see what else is out there, what else is happening in the world, okay? So I feel like this sense of like feeling connected to other people, that is something that you're really longing for. And I also feel an element here about this very deep rooted yearning to travel overseas, to see new locations, to, take a breather from work and really rejuvenate your energy by traveling either with a significant person or significant other or just a significant friend. I feel like travel opportunities are coming in for you, and you're trying to get other people on board. You're trying to, make travel arrangements with a group or with one other person. And the universe is telling you, don't put your plan on hold. If they, for whatever reason, can't make the trip, and you find yourself kind of stuck with the ticket, and you might be like, oh, I'm traveling alone then. Take the trip. Just do it for yourself, and especially, give yourself that opportunity to be on your own and to experience things on your own. I don't feel there's anything wrong here when we have to travel, alone, because it's through, these major experiences that we can really have time to introspect and reflect. And I feel like it's going to provide a lot of insight and self-awareness for you. I feel like you are heavily discussing, talking about traveling with another person. What I have here is a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. And this can be their sun, moon, or rising. And I feel like you guys are making some major, major big plans to travel. You guys are also making some major, major concessions, like even starting projects with each other, and even, trying to figure out the next step. For some of you, this could be a relationship partner that you are in a long distance relationship with. And for some reason, I feel like you are either they're constantly traveling to see you, you're constantly traveling to see them, and you both, it could be like a relationship partner or just somebody that you are romantically involved with here, because this is what I normally associate with a long distance relationship. They as well can be different from you, like culturally, ethnically. I do see a big element here about interracial dating. Dating somebody that there might be like a major age gap, or there might be like a major, just major differences between you and a relationship partner. It keeps things interesting, I feel, for many of you. For Aries, and I feel like for Aquarius, different age gap and also different ethnicities, cultural beliefs, and things like that keep things very dynamic and keeps you on your toes. And I feel like you like getting to know people from different cultures and different walks of life, and you like people that are different from you. So I feel like it's a very, very complementary energy that's coming through. Sagittarius as well. So Aries, Aquarius, Sagittarius. I feel like you like that element of differentness that comes into the picture, and that can make your relationships and friendships even very dynamic and very exciting. Okay. The other element that really jumped out at me here is I feel like there is a lot of future forward planning that is coming into the picture. I'm sensing many of you are letting go of past issues. You are encountering a place of higher wisdom here, higher calling. You're letting go of petty energy, power struggles between you and other people. So whoever it is that you're dealing with, family members, love relationship partner, even, at work, wrestling for coworkers for the best position, the best hours, the best pay. All of these things are kind of like, they don't really matter for you anymore moving forward from this month of August into the end of the year. So this is basically letting old habits die so that we can reinvent ourselves. Because we are now planning long-term for our future. We're not going to revert back to, that sense of materialism, buying a lot of things. I feel like a lot of you are saving up for things that bring a lot more value to your life. So for example, you normally splurge on accessories for your car. You're going to start saving here for some type of travel opportunities. If you have normally splurged on, nice things like designer purses, designer clothing, I feel that you're going to downgrade and get rid of things that that you don't need. So I feel like while you're getting rid of things, right, you might sell them again, like downsize your closet, downsize the expensive items in your life. You might sell things and receive that financial windfall. So I do feel like there is a major big vendor vibe, but I feel like some of you are getting rid of physical items that might be incredibly lucrative items that you no longer need because you don't feel the need to be attached to material things anymore. And then for others, taking better care of your health, being more conscious about, doing new things every day and to expand your horizon. So we're letting go of old patterns of behavior. We're letting go of unhealthy habits, and we're letting go as well of unhealthy ways of relating to other people, because I feel for this month, you might realize that, I don't need to compare myself to other people. I am where I need to be. And so this sense of competition that might have, forced us to keep up appearances, keep up with status, keep up with reputation, keep up with something. I feel like it is tiring, and you don't want to enter the race. You don't want to be a part of it anymore. So I feel like you are definitely figuring out, grounding yourself and starting to understand, what's really important for me, what are you doing to really add value to your life? I feel a lot of you are taking courses, language courses for many of you, so that you can communicate when you travel. You are taking, like doing things, especially education, to expand your horizon. So taking like additional language courses to even upgrade your skills so that you get, paid more at work, so that the work is made easier because you can communicate better. For example, I'm also feeling for some of you, there is this major drive and impetus to do more, to add more value to your life via continuing with higher education, finishing up a coursework that you might have left behind, doing some major, I feel like, career advancements for yourself. So that means, putting in a lot of overtime. I feel this is massive overtime here. Gaining a lot of money in the process. So I feel like doing a lot of overtime, going back to school for some of you, because I feel like you feel like it's going to help you financially. It's going to help you, break through that glass ceiling. If you feel like educational attainment has been the one major blockage from your end, I feel that you are going to do things to allow you to go back to school, to expand your knowledge, and just to make you give you more opportunities in the professional front, okay? The last thing that I want to end this reading on is I'm sensing some of you. I mentioned whatever is meant for you is going to be returned to you. Some of you have some things that are coming back, some people coming back, and you used to feel a specific way about these people or these things. And you're turning over a new leaf here. There is major, major progression and growth that has happened for you within the past 2 months alone. And especially since the time of March. This is the time of Pisces. And I feel like now that it's coming back in, you're not really sure that you want it anymore. You're not really sure that it's for you anymore. So you're doing some major reassessment. And for some of you, even though the person or the thing might come back into the picture, you're just like, is this for my greater good? Because I'm no longer materially attached to it anymore. I'm no longer toxically attached to that person anymore. So is this still for my greater good, or am I better off just turning over a new chapter and moving on, okay? So Aries, things are going to be very unexpected this month, and I feel like you're getting thrown curveballs left and right, but I don't feel any of these are challenging. I don't feel that they're confusing, because I don't feel the fog is lifting for you guys for this month, okay? We do have Mercury in retrograde. It's going to run through September. So I want you to be very careful when it comes to like signing contracts and driving in particular. You guys have a habit of really pushing that the pedal. So be very careful about speeding, being very careful overall about, if you have to run errands, for example, make sure that you have a shopping list so that you're not like forgetting things, because that can be really frustrating. Making sure that you watch where you're going, okay? So if you have to be somewhere and you're meeting somebody and it's a new location, make sure you leave the house early so that you can get good parking, so that you know exactly where the place is, because I feel like there are some issues with GPS mapping system where they say the location is here when it's over here, and then you're going to run like half an hour late trying to get to the other side. So just make sure that you have logistical things worked out, and slow down when you drive. Look carefully when you walk, okay? So I just want you to be very careful, because I feel like this is kind of like not watching where you're going, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like you're going to have many, many pleasant surprises coming into the picture. And the important thing is things that you no longer want, they're coming back around, and you're going to be very sure about whether or not you still want something, because it's coming back around, okay? So clarity, I feel, it's always good to have. So I'm really happy to see this for you guys. So we have a card that came out here. Okay, so I pulled out 2 extra cards for you guys, mainly because we have some big hitters coming into the picture in your relationship sector. Okay, so let me first of all talk about this situation here. Let me talk about the foundation. And the foundation, I feel like the theme is echoed across the relationship love reading. We have here the foundation. This is the way your life is going. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune basically denotes a situation where we have turned over a new leaf. We are beginning a brand new cycle. And so you are moving, advancing ahead. And you're just like, okay, I'm on a roll. I'm moving forward. I'm not looking back at the past anymore. And I'm letting things go. I'm letting things fall as they may, because I am just not able to, revisit situations from the past. I'm not able to change the past. So I'm moving on. I'm letting things go. I feel for many of you, financially things are really on the upswing for you, and you have a lot of hope, optimism, and just, positivity for the future of your love life overall. Okay, so things are falling into place the way that they should. And then all of a sudden, we have here the Tower. Unexpected news, communication, hearing things from third party, or hearing things from, information filtered in through the grapevines as it relates to a person from your past. We have here an earth sign. So this is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And this person here is linked up to your past with the Six of Cups. I feel like once upon a time, there was a lot of commitment that you are giving to this person, this earth sign here. And for whatever reason, I also feel like you thought, this was the one, this is my soulmate, this is the one that I'm meant to be with. And this is the one that I have given my love, my life, my time, my devotion, my energy to. So for many of you, you have a long-standing relationship with this earth sign. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a blast from the past coming through. If you are not hearing from this person for this month, please let it fall in the past and don't go digging up information about this person. And I say that because I feel like if you are interacting through social media, or if you're doing something, like if you're looking at their pictures, or if you have mutual friends and you have a habit of just like, oh, have you seen so and so? Have you seen such and such? Are they okay? What are they up to? If you are really adamant about letting things go, because I feel like life for you, love life in particular, is on the upswing. And so don't, let curiosity get the best of you and revisit things from the past and to inquire about things from the past, okay? Because what's coming through is this. We have here the earth sign coming into the picture, and it is creating a lot of stress and strain, and it's creating this sense of paranoia with you, this sense of like feeling very unsettled, feeling very riled up, and possibly dealing, you're communicating with them again, and it's kind of like hearkening back to a previous time when you were dealing with them, and there was a lot of trust issues here with the Seven of Swords, and this basically indicates a situation where there are trust issues. There are things that are very unclear, and there might have been perceptions of, manipulation, control, and deception. Okay, so possibly lying about things, or even, them leaving your life without giving you a clear and concise explanation. So I feel like there was a lot of strife in this relationship. And there was a lot of accusations and, lack of trust or a breach of trust in the relationship. So I feel like hearing the communication from them is going to bring you back to this moment in time where you're going to feel very insecure and unsafe and underappreciated in the relationship. So if it is, an ex, please let it go. Because I also feel like for many of you, this might even be a new person and things are going well. But I feel like the energy, the trust issues are being brought up so that you might be dealing with, different people altogether, but their energies are very similar. And you might feel that sense of anxiousness, like, oh no, something's going to happen. I know something bad's going to happen, like cycling through worst case scenarios. So for others, I feel like you have a major solid player that's coming into the picture. This is somebody that really likes you. Okay, so we have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For those who are single and are dating, you have this person that's coming in. And I feel like there might have been trust issues in the past. They're coming in to try to make some amends. They're coming in to give you, some closure. So I feel like if closure is something that you need, you're going to be able to get it this time around. And whether or not you want to re-engage with this relationship partner, I don't feel that you're going to do that, because I feel like they left a big void. And once they're out of the picture, you don't trust that they ever loved you to begin with. So what we have here is the Ten of Swords, which is kind of like the worst of it is done and over with. And this is not a situation that you want to recover from. And we have the Fool, where you are going to take a different direction altogether. Okay, so things are very, very singular here. Please don't revisit past energies. I don't feel that you're going to go ahead and allow this person back into your life. And I feel that things are going really, really well for you. This past energy coming back in, it's kind of like putting a damper on all the positivity that you have in store. So it is really important for you to, say goodbye to the past and just move forward, okay? Crowning this reading is something some of you are thinking about. What we have here is the Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups. Let me talk about this, because I feel like this is you giving a lot to a relationship partner, nurturing them, like it's sort of like giving the shirt off your back to nurture a person. And the relationship itself, it's always a two-way street. One person cannot give and give and give, and the other person, for whatever reason, takes and takes and takes. So I feel like this might not have been a good relationship. And I also feel as well, this was a situation where it might have been toxic or even enabling, And so one person felt, like a purpose because they were taking care of the other person. And then the other person felt like they had a role in the relationship because they were taken care of. So I feel like priorities were definitely misplaced in this relationship. And I feel as well, it left you very, very emotionally depleted, okay? So you're thinking about heavily that person that took from me and left me very depleted. But with relationship, it is a two-way street. If we don't, if we, like, for example, don't want the relationship to be codependent, we need to be able to draw clear boundaries early on so that the other person, first of all, can learn to take care of him or herself. And then secondly, that you're not in a position to fulfill the other person, and that you're not in a position where you give and give so much of yourself. And when you don't get what you want in return or what you need in return, when things are not being reciprocated, you end up feeling resentful, okay? So I feel like a lot of self-awareness is coming in for you guys for this month. Whereas in the past, you might have like blamed things on the relationship partner. Now you're starting to see that, okay, how have I contributed to the downfall of that relationship? What am I learning from it? And what am I vowing to not do again in the future? So you are definitely turning over a new leaf here, okay? So I feel like you have a blast from the past when it comes to your relationships. For others of you, they mentioned beauty and success earlier coming back into the relationship. For many of you, I feel like there might have been strife. There might have been, a little bit of like trust issues, strife, and lack of consensus coming into the picture when it comes to your relationship. And your partner is going to make a grand gesture in order to allow you to feel safe and to allow you to feel very, very stable. Because I do feel relationships overall are on the upswing. And I also feel like many of you, you're going to be saved. You're going to be, there's some sense of like divine intervention coming in where you're going to be saved from making walking down the wrong path, being with the wrong person. You're going to be saved from it. Okay. So I hope the reading has been helpful for you, Aries. I'm going to be back for the mid-month reading and try to flush out this energy. I feel like things are going to be good, like stable relationships are going to be continue to maintain to be very stable. But I do feel there is a major blast from the past throwing a wrench in the works. So for example, if things have been going really well in your relationship, right? You're with somebody that really makes you happy, and all of a sudden there's news from the past. I feel like it's going to throw a little bit of a wrench in the works. So just make sure that you are very, very clear to leave the past in the past so that it doesn't interfere with your relationship currently. Okay, so I do wish you the best and take care of yourself.